this is exciting. I feel really awkward because I'm standing now, so it's like less casual. I got lights up, new room. I'm at college now. That's all very exciting, isn't it? So, yesterday was Mental Health Awareness Day. Or, I guess probably by the time this gets uploaded, it'll have been a couple days ago. And then depending on when you're watching it, could have been like weeks ago or months. What's important here is that I missed it. Because, of course I did. Just a quick thing, this is me from the future. The video you're about to watch was filmed way back in October. I filmed it for Mental Health Awareness Day, and then I actually lost the footage for a really long time. And upon going through my hard drive looking for stuff for VEDIF, I found it again, and I was kind of like, crap, I don't know if I want to upload this, because it was specifically for Mental Health Awareness Day. But then my sister so kindly pointed out that mental health problems don't go away the other 364 days of the year. So, is it Mental Health Awareness Day? No. Should we still be aware of mental health? Yes. So, enjoy the 4-month late video. Mama always said, better late than never. So, we've got new setup, new room. I have marks on the floor now, so I stay somewhat in focus, and we're going to talk about mental health awareness and mental health things. Mental health in general. Mainly we're going to talk about subpar mental health, also known as mental illness, which I have. Ha! So, just over a year ago, I was diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder and social phobia, and more recently my doctor suggested I might also suffer from depression. And frankly at this point I'm just like, screw it, bring it on. What's next? Whatever. So anyway, the first step for me for managing it was going to therapy. And I remember after my first session, my therapist was like, do you have any like parting comments you want to say? And the only thing I could think of was, wow, this is really different than they show it in the movies. Because in the movies it's always so dramatic. You could never understand. Well, clearly you had an overbearing mother and an absent father. How could you? Shh. It's not your fault. What? It's not your fault. The truth is, either I have the world's chillest therapist, or all therapy is just really laid back. It's basically just... So how you feeling today? Honestly, not great. Why do you think that is? I don't know. Okay, so tell me about your week. So let me tell you, this jerk was out here trying to tell me how to live my life, and I'm just over here like, you don't own me, what the hell are you trying to tell me? So this bitch is over here like trying to tell me all this random stuff, and I'm like, I don't even give a shit really, so can you just shut the fuck up, because you don't own me, you don't tell me how to live my life, like this is my life, not yours. Wow. Like I respect that you're trying to do something good for me, but I don't really need you right now, so that's kind of what's been going on with me. Uh-huh. Do you think maybe that's why you're feeling so stressed out lately? Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense, yeah. Like that's it. They guide the conversation so that you basically talk yourself through your problems. Every now and then they'll give a little suggestion, nudge you in the right direction, but it's surprising how much you can just talk yourself through when you're guided the right way. And that's what they do. That's what they're for, I assume. That's what I pay them for. That's what my parents pay them for. Unfortunately, you can't go to therapy every day, or at least I can't. So my next step to managing all of this was medication. And for me, that meant a daily, one for anxiety attacks, and one for extreme insomnia. What's really frustrating is that there's no one-size-fits-all for mental illness. You know, you break your arm, you get a cast. You get bronchitis, you take antibiotics. But mental illness affects people differently. Mental illness is as different as the people it affects. Everyone's brain reacts differently, and everyone feels differently about it. Some people take meds and it really helps. Some people get really bad side effects from meds. Some people enjoy therapy. Some people hate it. It's all about finding what works with you, and that process can take a frustratingly long time. And you'll always hear people talk about self-care and like taking showers, eating well, staying hydrated, but I've actually found self-care in some really weird places. For example, skipping class to play the bouzouki. It's out of tune. Never mind, skipping class to tune the bouzouki. Popping bubble wrap. putting on loads of makeup. There's no cutaway for this one, it's just my face. So, this is gonna be kind of a lackluster conclusion because I don't have any kind of solution. It's called Mental Health Awareness Day, not Mental Health Cure Day. All I can really give you here is my experience, and my experience is, in short, crappy. It sucks when your brain doesn't do what it's supposed to, and it makes living your life hard and getting work done harder and thinking clearly damn near impossible. So all I'm really hoping that you got out of this video is that mental health is really complicated and really hard to understand. And if someone you know has mental health issues, try to be understanding. It's genuinely not you. We just need time to kind of sort out our own brains, and sometimes that means we can't go out or we can't hang out with you. However frustrated you are with them, I promise you they are 10 times more frustrated with themselves, because it's really frustrating when you know what your brain should do, you just can't make it do it. So try to be understanding. All we really want is for someone to say, it's okay, you're valid, have a cup of tea, don't worry about it. That's all we want. This episode is brought to you by Zoloft, which, despite sounding like a dark wizard you need to battle in order to regain your honor, is in fact a medication. I prefer to think of it as a dark wizard, though.